Good day, folks. Welcome to 406 Regen. Just out here riding in the field where we wintered last winter, all the animals. Checking out the growth on it. I was kind of concerned. Well, not concerned. I was wanting to see what the experiment would be like. The snow, when we got to this end, the snow got really thick. And as you can kind of tell, we weren't able to spread out the hay as well as we would have liked at all. Like, there's some that is definitely going to be not have anything coming up. Like, there's not going to be no grass coming out of that. But I am surprised. I truly am surprised on how much litter you can have down and have the grass come up out through. Perks of feeding in the winter. You think, I mean, we get as much of this as we can. Doesn't look like it. Pick this up off the bike. Pick that up there in a second. But looky, it's coming through. Coming through really good. And there's stuff out here that has, you know, Armour on it. This was missed. Like, well, no, it's got Armour from there. Okay. This bottom is doing amazing. So Ike and I are out here just checking it out. This was solid hay from that fence line. Power poles over this direction. Solid. Now, of course, on the other end, close to that power pole, we didn't have the snow. We was able to keep it spread out better. Out here with all the snow, it just weren't able to do it. But even so, like I said, I am highly surprised what's coming through. Look at that beautiful plant. This is gonna produce some forage for sure out here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hop on the bike. I'm gonna ride up to the top where we didn't get to feed, and that's what you think of my grass, huh? Okay, he's not as excited about it as I am, I guess, but we're gonna ride up to the top and see where the animals, they were able to graze this whole 40 acres, but we only got fed on it about half. So we will go see what it's like. And I know people thinks that it's very hard with this litter. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look as appealing to our eyes. But the habitat that this is putting down for the mice, the young birds, all that's all beneficial to everything we want on a regenerative system. And like I said, this, yeah, it's too thick. But, you know, nature will take care of it in a year or two, and it'll be just fine. And maybe even quicker than that. Like I said, I'm really surprised on what the grass is actually pushing through. Now, it's not going to be pushing through a whole lot, but it is pushing through it. So let's hop up and ride up to the top. So you can kind of see where we ended up feeding down there. This is still in the same 40 acres. I'm just on the top half here. Maybe a little bit better than half. Didn't get too much fed down there on that knob because of the snow, so we probably didn't get half fed. Those bales are going to get ground up and threw out on the chicken feed. But just riding out here, it's just gorgeous. Now, of course, I'm up here on a hilltop. It's gravel. That's a gravel knob. It's gravel. It's still coming in really good. But lots of bare dirt. Lots and lots of bare dirt. And that's because we haven't had no hay. We haven't hay bombed it yet. Isn't that just beautiful, folks? Look at that green down in there. That's another reason people like mowing and haying. Because in the springtime, well, here's a perfect example. In the springtime, hay ground looks kind of like that if it actually has any production to it. Obviously, the brown you see there, that's kind of dirt, quite honestly. Out there, that would be dirt. Whereas you come across the fence line, and oh geez, it looks brown. That's just because of the grass that can get knocked down. So it creates a false negativity in our minds that, oh, it don't look very pretty. Until you get out in it and start walking. Because you start walking in this, it looks drop dead gorgeous. But most people look at it and say, it's just dead, like the rest of it. Just dead. Only thing that ain't dead is your highly fertilized, chemically sprayed wheat crops. And unfortunately, that's the norm. That's what people think is the norm. It's like, no, folks, no. The world wants to be green. They don't want to be dead. Up here, we are brown. By August, countryside's brown. Between poorly managed grazing fields and poorly managed hay fields, poorly managed farm ground, it's done. Which is why we are trying to do what we do on the regenerative ag, and our goal is to keep a living root in the ground as long as possible. Because if it's green and it's growing, it's collecting that sun, it's putting heat into the soil, the biology is able to live, and it takes care of a person. So I see a spot down here where the sheep kind of hung out. They bedded down. We didn't put no feed down. There's no hay on it. But it's where they slept a lot. They bedded down. So let's go check it out. It might, people say, oh, just look green because it was eaten and flattened, so there's no dead standing. It could be a little bit of that. The camera probably picks it up a little bit better if there's not so much dead in it. But as I'm walking through here, I'm seeing a lot of armor that got put down on the ground from when they trampled it. And anything on the ground out here wouldn't be hay. It'd be trampled. Well, like right here. Okay. This would have been just trampled on. So we get down in here, got new grass growing. Right there, looky. That's a brand new shoot coming in and growing up. So it's so awesome. You take care of the land and you manage it good, and it'll help take care of you. And everything you see, like that looks like dirt, that's got armor. That's armor on it. We didn't feed no hay on this. This is just where they trampled it all down, laid down on it. Oh, I guess, there's some dirt here. This one here's not too much. You can see dirt. That one there's pretty good, but there's lots of new grass coming up in this. And this 40 acres is ripe to explode. It really is. So I just want to talk to y'all about grass again. I know last video was like that, but hey, it's green. We don't get to talk about it very long in this cold climate we live in, so it's a perfect day. The wind ain't blowing. Just out here getting some vitamin D off that sun and enjoying life at the moment. Not trying to think about bills or payments or none of that. Just sitting here trying to breathe and enjoy what God is letting us grow and what's growing. And it's getting better and better. So Y'all have a good one.